Happy Friday for me, Saturday for you. I forgot to take off my headphones, Daniel here, to bring you the latest fantasy news. There's so much adaptation news coming down the road. God, there's been so much fantasy news in general recently. Let's go ahead and sift through the tide. We're going to stick with the new format of the show here, where I start with the most hardcore fantasy news, transition into any kind of lighter adaptation news, and end with any spoiler news. Spoiler alert! There's no spoiler news today, so watch forward with complete carefree. Unless I just decide to slip one in. I might just slip in a spoiler, you know? Obi-Wan kills Frodo. Spoiler alert. Boom. That's how Harry Potter ends. An executive producer of the upcoming Netflix Witcher adaptation posted on Twitter that they have officially wrapped production of Season 1. And I am very looking forward to getting a trailer and more sneak peeks into the upcoming adaptation of one of the greatest fantasy stories ever told, The Witcher. One of the original creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series, posted on Instagram a rather long post detailing his current mindset going forward with the new live-action adaptation over at Netflix. It's an interesting look into the guy's current state of mind, I guess is the way to put it, and worth checking out. Link, as always, in the description down below. And in definitely the most controversial news story of the day, Robert Pattinson has been cast as the next Batman. And it looks like Robert Pattinson will be taking up the Caped Crusader's mantle. All I can say is we've all been wrong before. I remember before Heath Ledger's Joker was released and seen, people were incredibly skeptical and did not like it. Didn't think the guy from Patriot could be a decent Joker. So my biggest advice for anyone, let's just wait and see. At least let's get the first trailer, see what kind of vibes he gives off as Batman. I'm not saying it'll be good, not saying that at all. I'm saying we've all been wrong before. Let's give Robert Pattinson a chance. I've actually liked a few performances I've seen him in recently. He's definitely had a bit of a revival using indie films to just kind of prove he can act, and he's slipping his way back into A-level performances, so maybe this will be one heck of a redemption for him, and we'll get a new, awesome Batman. And of course, it wouldn't be fantasy news without a Disney adaptation being announced. It's getting to the point where it's not even just new adaptations announced, it's just Disney adaptations announced all the time now. And that is for the new live-action Snow White, which has previously been talked about quite a bit, but has officially tapped a writer and director, meaning it is probably for sure happening. That director will be Mark Webb, notable from his recent Spider-Man movies, and Aaron Cressida, sorry I probably messed that up, will be the writer of the new live-action adaptation Snow White movie. They're never gonna stop. They're never, ever gonna stop. And in news I thought was already out and confirmed, but everywhere I look, there are articles just released today and yesterday about it. The official title for one of the Game of Thrones TV shows still yet to come has been released as Blood Moon. Is it one of those situations where everyone just knew it was that, but now it's like officially that? Like I heard the Robert Pattinson thing a while back as well, but now it's official. Oh, and in no big deal moves, the John Wick 3 director says that new Matrix movies could possibly be in the work. This to me smells like something that was intentionally put out there to see if people would be excited. But if this is true, you know, the first Matrix movie was great, the second one was good, the third one was the third one, and I would be okay with a new Matrix kickoff, honestly, coming down the road, if we didn't have so many things coming down the road. I'm gonna stop complaining. I really need to stop complaining. I'll stop. I'll just start reporting the news. How about that? Let me get back to the news. I'll get back to the news right now. Stan Lee's final project is set to star Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it is called Superhero Kindergarten. Yes, it's a kids show, and it sounds exactly like what it is, and I'm pretty excited for it. I'll definitely give an episode a try, because why not? Well, it's adorable, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger's amazing.
Well, duh.
One of the most iconic people of my lifetime, and it's Stan Lee's last apparent project, or that's how they're marketing it. I need to stop being so cynical. It's his last project. Don't question it, Daniel. Just be less cynical. And let's just go ahead and do the Quickie Trailer Roundup. You guys want to do the Quickie Trailer Roundup? We're doing the Quickie Trailer Roundup. A new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer was dropped, and it looks pretty decent. This was the one that was first released for China.
It's a hard path. The life of a hero. People depend on you. Even if you win a battle, Sometimes they die.
The Dark Crystal had its first official trailer and looked pretty actually interesting. I really like atmosphere, and this is a really atmospheric trailer, so cool. I'll check that out. And Netflix's series Dark got a trailer release for its second season, which I hadn't actually seen this show before or even heard of it. It wasn't on my radar, but it looks interesting. If you want to check out this trailer, link in the description down below. But fair warning, it's in a foreign language. I don't mind that, but I know some people not a fan of that. And the final trailer of the people who can do no wrong, in my mind, Pixar's Onward got its first trailer, and really every Pixar movie I'm gonna go watch, because like Incredibles is one of my favorite superhero movies, period. Not even just like animated superhero, just favorite superhero movies. Inside Out was incredible. Toy Story makes me cry. Everything Pixar touches is solid gold as far as I'm concerned. We don't talk about Cars 2. And alongside that trailer drop for Onward, we did get a first look article, which will also be linked down below. And in more petition news, yay! Fans have started a petition to get Johnny Depp reinstated as Captain Jack Sparrow. And my honest question there is, are they still making pirate movies? People still care? People care enough to make a petition? Really? Honestly, I thought Pirates of the Caribbean died. That was my assumption. I know the one with Javier Bardem came out not too long ago. From what I heard, it didn't do too great. And in more wow news, after the box office bomb that was the latest Alien prequel, Ridley Scott has confirmed that he will be doing a third entry rounding out his prequel trilogy. I actually liked Prometheus. I didn't hate Covenant, and I'm hoping that sequelitis was the thing that brought down Covenant, and the third entry in the prequel series will actually be great, mainly because I do have a lot of respect for Ridley Scott. His early work is still remarkable, and I do love Michael Fassbender's performance in this role. See, I'm being optimistic, guys. Optimistic Daniel here. Joel Kinnaman will be returning as Rick Flag in Suicide Squad, which I find confusing because some actors have left. This whole thing is feeling strange, but James Gunn is directing, so I have faith it'll be good. Honestly, that's my take there. I do have legitimate faith that just because James Gunn's involvement, it will actually be good. I'm a big fan of James Gunn's work. Super really got my attention early on. Of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies I really enjoy, so let's hope that that this next one is not the dumpster fire wrapped in a turd that was the first Suicide Squad movie. I don't mean to offend people who actually did like Suicide Squad, but if you did, can you actually leave a comment down below why you enjoy it? Because it was one of those movies that was just like fundamentally flawed for me, like storytelling, pacing, just all of it was off. So someone who does enjoy it, and I'm not saying you are wrong, you're allowed to enjoy it, obviously, let me know why, because I just want to know what about that movie you actually really dig. And that is all of the fantasy news I will be bringing you today. This was recorded on Friday, released on a Saturday, so let's hope in the 12 some hours that I didn't record, nothing huge came out. And yes, there was a fantasy news quickie thing released early on Friday, but the comment section turned into a rapid dumpster fire that I did not have the time or energy, because I was at work, I do still work a 9 to 5, to moderate. So I just decided to back away from there and put it on Discord only. So if you'd like to see an exclusive fantasy news video, it is linked in the Discord server. Links down below. And Patreons, you will actually be getting another book update soon. I decided on central conflict themes. Daniel decided on central conflict themes for his book, and we'll be making a post about that. I know the last one was a little lackluster and showed some weird insecurities. It's not what it was meant to be. It's just going to be a normal post, and I'm excited to see what you guys think of my ideas of central conflict. His ideas of central conflict. We're not the same person. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here. I drink LaCroix because I'm a pretentious deuce. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.